Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're not new, my name is Sunny and today's reading is going to be another quick love reading. And the topic for the reading is going to be what love challenge are you facing? What's a love challenge for you? So we have three piles. We have pile number 1 on the left side. Oops. Pile number 2 on the middle, and pile number 3 on the right side this time. So go ahead, take your time. If you need more time, stop the video or go ahead and skip to the timestamp skip to the timestamp for your pile in the comment section or in the description, and I'll see you there. So I'll start with pile number 1. I just wanted to let you know that if I do sound a little fast, it's because I'm a little tired, because not because I'm exhausted, but because I thought I had pressed record and I did not. So I finished the whole reading, and when I went back to see, I didn't have anything. So it's it's a little frustrating to know that I did so much talking and then it's like poof, nothing's there. So bear with me, I apologize. Pile number 1 for you, we have the Queen of Pentacles as your card, and for this card, I feel that the love challenge you're going to be facing is, this can go about, you can always go about it, but I'm going to go ahead and say several scenarios as how this can manifest itself. One way it can manifest itself is that you're being a workaholic, or you're focusing too much on your work life that's producing you abundance for you, financial stability, right? And that's distracting you from having a possible love life, and you're not putting maybe necessarily enough time and effort into it. Everybody has reasons why you kind of get distracted with life and you decide to not focus on things. That's totally fine. Sometimes life just happens. But with this pile, I feel that maybe at this moment, because you had several things come about in your life where you had to be the stable person in your situation, you were drawn to being the person that's the Queen of Pentacles. I definitely feel that for this pile, that's the kind of energy you embody, whether you are a male or a female. It's still oh my god, I spaced out, I'm so sorry. It's still a representation of your energy right now. And the Queen of Pentacles is also someone who's a mother. It's still like a motherly kind of card. So maybe another way it can manifest itself is that you're the provider of the house for somebody else, or you're caring for somebody else. You're the person in care of someone else, maybe pets, kids, nieces, nephews, elderly in the household, and you lend a helping hand by being the provider, by being someone that works for the money. I think of Donna Summers? She works hard for the money. It's so hard, honey. I'm trying not to sing this song. I don't want to get flagged because it's always so hard when you want to sing songs. I try to catch myself not saying the lyrics, because just even, I guess, making the sound, people just flag you for no reason. So I try not to sing lyrics. I can say it, but I try not to. But yeah, I think you're definitely somebody that works hard for the money, and you become the stable provider for others and yourself. And it's still like a very responsible energy. You embody a Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is someone that brings stability, someone that's diplomatic. I think king and queens always are diplomatic, of course in the right circumstances, but this by itself is someone who's very diplomatic, stable, loving, but firm. I also think that you could be very practical. You're practical with your necessary needs and wants, and that's why you are also not necessarily focusing on your love life. And that can be a love challenge right now. I think that you are being challenged in that aspect because you're being called upon to not show, but like put more emphasis on this aspect of yourself, because there should be a balance between your work and life balance, work and personal life. So anything outside of work should be very fun, right? But also give yourself that little extra love. Having love doesn't always have to mean that you have to spend stuff on yourself, but that could be a way of self-love also. There's different ways to read this love affection, but if it's related to your self-love, you need to focus on yourself. You have the coin. This is a pentacle. The queen has many pentacles. She's a queen. She gets to have whatever she wants. She's holding it onto her lap, on her lap. And she basically is saying, how can I give this back to my people? But it could be to somebody else, or it could be to yourself. So can you spend the money? Not money, sorry. Can you spend the money? Can you have the time? Is it a luxury to spend the love on yourself? Spend some finances on you to make yourself feel beautiful, or to make yourself feel important, to give yourself the space to feel you're recognized by yourself. Give yourself that confidence. If it's for somebody else, are you allowing that time and space for someone else to come into your life and be a king of pentacles for you? Are you so much in that work mode that you're allowing others to not allow you to express your affection onto somebody else? Is it because you're so much in that like paternal or maternal energy of like providing for somebody else that you forgot to really have that focus on your love life? I think that you are a hard worker. You provide the finances, the necessary finances for everyone in the household or your own household, but I also think that you should give yourself some love, self-love, you know? And sometimes that self-love is from somebody else. Allow yourself to be loved. That's the love challenge for you, pile number 1. I really think that you need to allow yourself to give yourself some balance between love and work, personal life. I think that you should allow yourself, if you are with somebody or trying to get with somebody or trying to meet somebody, to have the time and energy for you and to experience that affection. That is love and energy is still an expense. It's a valuable asset, and I think that's something that you could work on and think about how you can balance that and figure out what you want and how it relates to your life circumstances. I also think that for this pile, you really need to it's just finding a little bit of more balance between having fun but working hard. Like work hard, play hard. Work hard, play hard. This is a card where it's like, I want this, but I want that, and I want to have both, and you can have it, but allow yourself to have a King of Pentacles at your side, or a Queen of Pentacles, well, if you're a man also, Queen or Queen of Pentacles at your side, and that's how you'll manage with this love challenge, pile number 1. So I really hope that opened up your eyes. I definitely think I might have explained that better on the first round, but unfortunately I did not save it, so I apologize, but I am trying to redo it. So really have that nurturing energy. Allow somebody else to nurture you just like you nurture other people. I really feel you're very self-giving, you're very self-loving you're very giving and loving to other people, but allow that same love and energy to go back to you, because you need it, you deserve it. You've worked very hard for what you've done to get to where you are, and it's necessary. So I really hope you like this pile number 1. Please like and subscribe and comment if you feel like it resonated. Pick a different pile if you feel like that resonated, and I'll see you there. So pile number 2. Whoa, okay. Pile number 2, you are the King of Pentacles. That's the energy for your love challenge. I don't know why I said it could be that I described you, but by any chance did you come from pile 1? Because I think this would be a great combination. I truly wonder if there's if you were called upon it, click that pile. There could be a message there for you, but I definitely think there's something interesting about the relationship between pile 1 and pile 2, but I'm not going to go too deep in too deep into it, because it could not be for you. So I'm just going to stick to this pile, but if you were called upon, you could see how pile 1 and pile 2 go hand in hand. So pile 1 with the King of Pentacles, what is your love challenge? I think that your love challenge is trying to also, okay, not also, because I don't want to spoil it. I really try not to go to number 1. It's kind of hard to, I think the message is very similar, but with this pile, I feel it's a little more direct. Pile 1 is a little softer. This one is a little more direct and authoritative. There you go. So with this pile, I think that you should allow yourself to give to others affectionately. Well, if you express yourself with, like, if your form of love is expressing it through monetary value by providing for them and being stable for the people that you provide, allow yourself to be loved in the same way back. So allow yourself to be treated like a king. Maybe you're not being treated like the king that you want to be treated. Maybe there's respect, but not quite the respect or love that you'd like to receive back. Like, the reciprocated feelings aren't the way you'd like it to be expressed. Again, every scenario is different, but if this is what you embody, or you're wanting to embody, because this is a love challenge, this is the message that's for you. I definitely think that you are very disciplined, or because you're too disciplined, you're not giving yourself the time and place to find love. For some reason, maybe you can also try to find love in your work field. I think of this as like, are you looking around where you're working for like a partner, but you can't because you're like in work mode, or it's like frowned upon also to look it through work mode, or you're caring for so many people and everybody depends on you. But I also think it's like, it'd be nice to have someone to depend on emotionally, where you can provide for them, but you'd like to have a valuable asset back, like love. And there's a balance between these energies of like, I need a queen or a king by my side because this is a King of Pentacles, but take this as you're a female or a male. This is the energy that's coming up, but you'd like to have a counterpart that's going to rule by your side and help you out through these challenges, with your love challenges. And maybe you struggle to kind of showcase that because it wasn't entrusted upon you, because you had your duties to fulfill at a very young age, and you had to step up and you had to be responsible. You became obsessed with stability, practicality, and just being secure and being abundant, and all the wonders and the greatness that it comes with, that you forgot to focus on your love life. I think that maybe you focus so much on your status that you think that maybe no one is up to par with you, because you want to be around someone that's a king or a queen energy. And it's great, but you also have to consider sometimes that you started at a low point yourself too. This is resonating with you. You started at a low point and you built yourself up to be a king. So again, allow people to work themselves up to your status, so that you're not the only one ruling your kingdom. And this is a metaphorical kingdom, not that you're an actual king that you're going to be ruling, but this is a metaphor. So yeah, allow yourself to be loved. Allow yourself to give others a chance to love you and show you that they're worthy of your attention, of your not saying that they should try to be a sugar baby, because you're offering money and stability. Provision is still sometimes just necessary, and not everybody wants to have a relationship where both people work, right? Sometimes one wants to stay home because they're much better at doing internal work than being out into the field of working with many groups of people. And that's fine. There's a balance, checks and balances between every relationship in some aspects. So this could be the kind of things that come about in your love life, and you'll eventually find a love suitor, but you have to kind of work with these energies. Or if you were also called into pile 1 because it was a very similar energy, I'm just trying not to say the same message because it's super similar. Go ahead and listen to that, but more or less this is your scenario. If that's your love challenge, pile number 2, I really think that you are in your throne. You are diplomatic, but don't allow yourself to be so stubborn that you want to go about things your way. It's your way or the highway. Try something new. Get yourself out of that routine that you're used to, because if you get yourself out of this routine for a little bit, you can meet wonderful people, or you can already have met people that you're interested in. But if you allow yourself to have some work-life balance, you can probably get to know them on a deeper level and figure out if they're worthy of a crown as well as the one that you have right now. So yeah, again, pile number 2, don't be so stuck in your ways. Summarizing this for your love challenge, don't be so stuck in your ways. Give yourself some self-love by allowing others to love you, and don't be so focused on your monetary value, because your money and finances are great and all, but they're not going to be there when you're old. What good is it to have money if you're alone? Like, it's a very lonesome energy to be around. I mean, it could be that you could be this way at the end of the day. You don't know that. I wouldn't know that either. But at the end of the day, it's always nice to rely on somebody else to give you that support and backing, that someone's going to be there to help you out in the lows and the highs. So yeah, I really hope that this message resonated for you, pile number 2. Take what did, leave what resonated, and leave what didn't behind. This is a general reading. There's probably messages in between these for many different people of walks of life, and these are just some of the love challenges that you're facing. And I hope you have a good one. Pick a different pile if you were drawn to it, and I'll see you soon if you pick a different video. So on to pile number 3. What love challenges are you facing? You have the love fool. Why did I want to say love fool? I thought of the Cardigans with the Love Fool song. This is pretty self-explanatory. I think all of these are very straightforward and to the point. So, pile number 3, I think that for this pile, you are maybe just jumping into relationships a little too easily, and you're being very naive about it. You could use some discernment with people, and maybe that's what's causing you to have a love challenge in that aspect. Are you too trusting of people? Do you fall in love with them too fast? Are you putting on the rose-colored glasses and just ignoring all the red flags, or ignoring all the annoyances that you could go without? Like, some things you can work through, but some things are like, are you serious? Like, do you really need to do that every single time? Know when to work with these energies and know when to step away from people. If they're toxic to you, or if they're lying to you, or if they're hiding stuff from you, hiding information, withholding information is still like a power play move in a relationship. You don't know if they're hiding, whether it's their finances, whether they have a lingering attachment to their ex, or they are still with them because they probably have a child with them, or you don't know what kind of scenarios bring about people into your life. So use a little bit of more discernment when you meet them, because this can help you out a lot. You wouldn't be so disappointed in love if you just got to know people a little deeper than superficial matters. Maybe you just focus a lot on the superficiality of people also, and not really focus on what they have to bring into the relationship, what they're inside what they're all about inside. Sorry, and that can bring troubles for you because you thought you knew a person, but then you didn't exactly know them quite well because you didn't think about it. You were lured in by the beauty of them. The how could I say this? You were lured in by the beauty of the vessel, the physical vessel that the person has, and this can backfire. This probably backfired on you. I think that you're just kind of walking willy-nilly like the fool here, like nobody's business. Just you probably I feel like you meet them at parties or something when you're like your senses are inhibited and you're not really at your all, like you're not quite there yet, so you kind of just let loose and let go. In theory, that sounds like a great time, but is it a really great time if you want to take things seriously with people or want to be taken seriously? People just think you have not trying to say that you're a dumb blonde or a bimbo, but do you give off this energy of just being an idiot or naive or just young? They just look at your face and it's so filled with so much innocence, but you don't appreciate that. You'd like to be taken seriously, not just because of your appearance. Like, you could have a very cute appearance, but it could be misinterpreted by people, and it can be taken advantage of should the wrong people arise, right? So I don't feel like hold back. With this card, I feel that the Fool is ready to jump into the abyss. I think this is the ocean here, but I know it's like a rock, right? Oh, I think actually it could be a mountain. I could be mistaken, I'm sorry. But the Fool card is ready to jump into the abyss. A new dawn, a new day, everything's great, but he's not really looking at his horizons. He's not really focusing on his surroundings. He's kind of not focusing, and I feel like you have a rose on one hand and your items, probably just like your cell phone or something, on the other. Sorry. Hold on. Sorry, I totally choked on my own saliva. Sorry. So, as I was saying, you could just have one thing on one hand, your necessary things on each hand, and you could just walk about your day like that. But I feel like it could also be you have a drink, and you're at parties and you're just having a good time, moving it around like a glass of wine or something, and people think you're amazing, but they don't see anything further than that. They just think, oh, you're young energy, you're having fun, that's cool, but they're struggling to really see it through with you for the long term. They're only seeing you for a good time, I feel. They're holding back their true intentions, and their emotions aren't as deep as you'd like them to be, or as serious as you'd want them to be. So that's my advice for you, pile number 3. Use some discernment when it comes to meeting people. Don't allow them to treat you like you're someone that's naive and green, because you're not. It's just you naively trust them because you put the rose-colored glasses on and you believe in the best of people. You want to believe, and that's such a noble sentiment that's often overlooked. But you should call it out when it is. You know your strengths, you know your faults, and your fault is you don't know how to judge people harsher. Judge them harsher the way they judge you. When it comes to love, just that part. Judge the men and women harsher, because you could weed out the bad apples out of the tree, or out of the basket. Sorry. It's giving something that's This energy you're around is someone that's very spontaneous. You're a bit of a free spirit. You're just kind of like a walking vagabond. Sometimes like Saggy, Pisces energy. You could have that in your chart, but I definitely feel that you are a bit messy when it comes to love options, because these people are not in your best interest. They're just messy. So you could be a little reckless in that aspect. But I do feel that you love to take risks with people. It's an adventure. Meeting people, love prospects is an adventure for you, and I think that's so fun. Such youthful energy to me. I think everyone's had this energy at some point, including me. I don't think I miss it per se, but yeah, everyone starts off somewhere. I do think you can use some discernment and, take precaution, walk with caution, take it slower, don't just go fast, like life on the fast lane. Like, take your time, get to know the person before they, disappoint you, because you're worth more than just that. You deserve better. You deserve to be treated better and more sincerely and maturely, not so carelessly with your emotions, I feel. So that's my advice for you, pile number 3. If you were called upon to hear a different message from a different pile, go ahead and click it. Otherwise, yeah, I don't think I have anything other than that. This one's like super sweet. I think it's super young. I feel like out of my 3 piles, I think this was my youngest pile. Of course, I always hope that you're not a child, but I feel like this is my younger, or like, you look very young for your appearance, I feel, for this pile. Physically. Maybe you dress also youthfully. Maybe you have strong Gemini or strong Aries in your chart, aside from Pisces or Sagittarius. But yeah, thank you, pile number 3. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you feel like it resonated. Take what did and didn't. Leave anything that didn't behind. Otherwise, pick a different pile. Or if I was describing you, pick a different pile also. And I'll see you soon. Have a good day, because you made it a good day, not because I told it to. So bye-bye, everybody.